Hi everybody, we're going to title this episode Exodus because we're changing things up. We've had I know this is going to sound weird, but some of the cars have been in here for a while. Now just to be clear,
like 2 months.
The P1's not going anywhere. There's the P1, and we still have the P1 build project. You guys saw that we got the battery, so that's cool, we're doing it. But we kind of moved out some of the like Ferrari and other stuff, and we're going to be making some changes. So we're going to be going a little German direction. I got a GT3 RS coming in the garage. I've never driven one of those, so that looks like a track monster. We'll give it a try.
Targa, right?
And a Targa GTS. So I know it's heresy if you're a McLaren fan, like going Team Porsche, but don't worry. We're still Team McLaren here at the garage. But we have that, and then we got a bunch of other things we're working on. We got a Cayman back there, another 911 convertible. We're working on a red Boxster over there, throwing some Paragon rotors and brakes on it. Looks pretty awesome. So we're doing that, and what else are we working on?
Well, I know we haven't really talked about it with you guys, but I'm working on building.
Confession time.
This is my confession time. Yes, that I've parted ways with a few. As part of this Exodus journey. But we have one still left here that we're going to work on, and it's going to be great. We're building a supercharged 2001 Acura Integra GSR. So it's like super awesome.
A car I actively avoided growing up, but apparently now is amazing.
It's totally cool now. It's going to be
totally
great.
Cool
it's
now.
Full rebuild. We're going to be taking the engine out. We'll show you that later, but it'll be worth it in the long run. And,
I believe.
You haven't mentioned this at all in any videos.
I know.
This is here.
In your parlance, I'm low key.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
No cap.
Whatever. Yeah. No cap. Yeah. He's not capping about it. We spent a long time working on getting this.
Yep.
Talk me a little bit through about what the heck this thing is.
This is a 1929 Bugatti Type 35. Now, to be clear, this was not an OG. That'd be like a $20 million car. I don't have that kind of scratch. This was built by Persang out of Argentina. Takes years to spec one, build it, but they build it exactly to the specifications that Bugatti in 1929 put together. Bear in mind, this is like the OG supercar. For 10 years, it basically won Le Mans over and over and over again, amongst many F1 races. This car, when everybody else was like racing around in heavily modded like Model Ts, this guy shows up and it'll go 130 miles an hour top speed, which I never advise doing. This car's terrifying at 30 miles an hour, but this is like the OG supercar. Rolling up in like a Bugatti Veyron or a McLaren P1 today is kind of like what this was in 1929. I mean, just the amount of innovation, an aluminum block, a supercharger, those things were just unheard of in 1929, yet here it is.
And we did some upgrades as well, so you don't have to like physically hand crank to start it, because a stall at a light would be a real bummer.
Yeah, it has silly little things like a battery and
a starter, right? Like boring, uncomfortable stuff like that.
Yep.
And it is, it barely fits us at all, like ever.
No, like if you get a shot of the footwell, like this is made for tiny little French people because
in the 20s,
like
tiny little French people.
American feet just don't fit in the footwell. That's number one. Number two, when you get this thing out on a warm summer day, it's quite, your feet, I'm not joking, they are cooking. It's like 200 degrees down in there. Well, the personality that comes along with this car is it freaking leaks everywhere. We were actually going to take it out tonight, but we just found this little mystery black box full of what looks like important fluid, but it seems to be leaking, so we're going to have to fix that up. But I think if you're a car aficionado, just appreciating the history of this car, I think it's incredibly important.
It's very French.
It's also art in motion.
So elephant in the room. Where's the tub? Where is the tub?
It's happening. These things just don't happen sometimes at our pace. But the P1 project is still a go. We are getting updates from McLaren on the tub delivery. I get them.
It's exciting. That is true.
Coming this direction. Yes. But remember, it is on a boat. It has to come over here. It has to clear customs. These are things.
All those like boring things,
right. But we're going to get it. I still think that we're going to get it in April. I was hoping we'd get it in March. But to be honest, I mean, given the ridiculous wall of P1 parts that we've been putting together for years, This is kind of this is the patience game, and we're gonna play it.
We've been playing it for like 2 years, so what's another month to be fair?
Yeah,
Right? We're
although
close.
I do have these intrusive thoughts from time to time, like maybe I should just buy a 765 and just shove the P1 drivetrain.
No, we're so close. Look, what
No,
would you do
but
with that?
we have a tub, right?
And we have a body, we have a bunch of stuff. Like,
It's a
what's the
thing.
point? Yeah,
It's a thing, but it's happening. I promise you.
and we will cannibalize the 12C. We'll go over here on this journey, which is going to be a lot of fun. So we're gonna.
Harry Potter and Voldemort, one must die so the other can live.
The boy who lived, come to die.
Yeah, this has got to die. It's got to go. We've ripped out a bunch of stuff already from it, so this is a good start.
Well, but considering that, like, if we need a bolt for said P1, we'll just go here
and grab the bolt.
and get it, right? So this is donor car, which we got for a great deal way back when, and we've already robbed a few parts, but still quite a bit of it is here.
That was my
You'd
bad.
be amazed at actually how much the MP412C and the P1 have in common.
So we've been having surprisingly more than one person ask, "What is the Vale kit worth it?" Would you say the Vale kit is worth it? We got it. It's here.
Here's the thing. First of all, what would be super awesome from Vale is an instruction
Like any
manual.
pamphlet, like a PDF,
just
like
one pager, like
anything. Yeah.
here's where this goes, for example, because you're kind of looking at it and you just kind of got to square off. All right, where's all that? And it comes in a rough fiberglass shell form. There's a lot of body work that's going to have to happen once we actually get it done. Now, we do have the right, I think it was an 02 Porsche Boxster.
We have the correct car.
We got the right generation Boxster, which it's got the 6-cylinder. We love that.
We love it,
We've
yep.
stripped it down, kind of cut it apart, but there is a lot of work that goes into it. So assuming you're up for that, and bear in mind, we haven't even done any engine upgrades, right? I mean, if you really want to do this right, you'd want to drop, maybe a turbo in there.
V8, whatever you want to do, right? Like
I don't think you'd want to swap
keep
it.
keep the integrity of the flat six, right? Like you want it to feel like that. I will say it's no like Liberty Walk kit, but it is nice. Like it is, but just know that you're on your own. That's like the big thing. This is a long story. This car. So we bought this when? A while ago?
Like a year and a half.
Like a year and a half. Okay, so we got it a year and a half ago. We had a plan. We had this gorgeous GT4 motor that we had bought.
It's
online.
right there.
It's
By
right
the
there.
way, someone wants to buy-
Who wants a GT4 motor?
We got that. That's a pristine GT4 motor. So hit
like
us up if
4,000
you need one.
miles. It's awesome.
super low miles, great condition. We were like, we're going to take that engine and we're going to shove it up in here.
But
Well, here's the stupid
there's a few
part.
problems with that. Just a
No,
few.
there's a long list of stupid. We'll start with the engine mount apparatus for that engine does not line up with this. So you got, this is a little 4-cylinder and you got kind of 2 bolts on either side of the 4-cylinder. Fine, great. Of course, with the 6-cylinder, the Germans were like, you know what? Instead of having sensible bolt locations that are just consistent across models, we'll make one mount at the front of the engine that makes literally no sense whatsoever.
And
I'm
they
sure-
changed it per model. The GTS is different than the S, which is different than the base, which is different than the GTS 4.0, which is different than the GT4. So they're all different, in case you're wondering. So we found out the hard way that they're all different.
Right, so we took the engine transmission out and we're like, oh, it's different. So now the engine is back in, although we did make a GT4 transmission.
And a GTS turbo.
No, we didn't do the turbo.
We didn't do the turbo. Never mind, we didn't do the
The reason
turbo.
we didn't do the turbo is because we're going to have to prop it open. It was a whole thing with the electronic gate control, blah, blah, blah. So we kept the original turbo, but what we did do, so we put the GT4 transmission with the original Boxster engine, and then we're doing a cold air intake. We're going to tune it. So it'll get a little bit more oomph. It'll be a little bit more snappy, but
It was a lot of work and we learned so much about Boxsters.
Yes.
is what I'd say.
we sure did. But again, anyone need a GT4 engine? We got one.
So I'm a psychopath, so let me open up with that because I bought this, which I probably shouldn't have, but
Yeah.
like it's a whole thing, you know. So we're gonna rip the engine out. So I bought a 2001 Integra GSR, as I mentioned before.
Yeah, we got it for like 2 wooden nickels and a squirrel.
It was, yeah, a little bit more than that, but like it's gonna be great. It's got the B18C, which is why I wanted it, because this bad boy's got VTEC, dude. I'm a Honda geek, so like it's just like super great. So we're
Honda's
doing, like,
marketing triumph, VTEC.
it's cool, man. Like Senna had it, and there's a whole thing. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do a supercharged build on it. So I think the goal is hopefully circa 600 horsepower on this beast. But I mean, when we talk rebuild on this car, I wasn't originally thinking it was gonna need to be a rebuild. It's a rebuild. Like it's like everything.
What
needs
about
to
the
come out.
146,000 miles on this car didn't reek of rebuild?
It's a Honda, dude. It'll be fine, right? Like, yeah, this is great. Like, look at it, looks strong engine right there. So it can take another 100,000 miles.
Yeah.
There's just rust in places that rust shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And,
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And it's like, I don't know, I think it was like submerged maybe because like, it's rough.
We're stripping it down to bare metal and we're going to redo.
Correct. From like bare beginning, you know, we got, to be fair, really, really nice stuff on it. We got a whole wall over there. So we'll kind of keep you updated probably on like YouTube Shorts on how we do this kind of content just to...
This is
you know.
lots of upgrades a la S2000 we've got over there.
Yeah, it's going to be a new S2000 build. You know, when we did the S2000, to be fair, we were still learning a lot about the whole like tear a car apart and do it ourselves kind of thing. This time,
Are you going supercharger or turbo?
supercharger on this bad boy.
Supercharged.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
gonna
like a supercharged family sedan.
Yeah, it'll get you from A to B.
Although
real
it's a
quick.
2-door.
It is a 2-door, yeah. It's a hatch, you know. It's got a little thing back there, so
Yeah.
it'll be worth it in the end, you guys. It'll look super cool when we're done. You know, we just have to get to that final point. So we'll see.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, we got a couple cars that are coming in and out, and we've got some exciting updates as we kind of get going on this. I've got some fun stuff too. I haven't told anyone about. Well, him. But
Can't wait.
it's
Cannot
gonna be
wait.
great. So
I hope it's as exciting as a 2001 Integra.
it's a little bit cooler than that, just a tiny bit.
It is a little bit cooler.
Excited to update you guys on that too. But in the interim, we'll have some new stuff coming in, and thanks for watching, you guys.
Yeah. See you soon.
See you soon.